Dress up the donkey and pull on the cat. With me partner, we going barrier. When I get there, tell you what me see. So much attack larky. All of a sudden the bells start to ring. Maradin jump up and start to sing. Get a bike, get a girl, aye-yo. Bring them on the marrow, aye-yo. Get a bike, get a girl, aye-yo. Bring them on the marrow, aye-yo. The pandit turn to the viper and say, better go and bring the dulaha. Next thing he say, look, listen, Bowji, go upstairs and bring the larky. Then the nanny call for the big brother and say, better come and show the lawa. Marajin said this taking too long. She jump up man and start with the song. Get a band, get a gal, aye-yo. Bring them on the marrow, aye-yo. Get a band, get a gal, aye-yo. Bring them on the marrow, aye-yo. Round the marrow they go, everybody singing aye-yo. As the chori lawa in the fire, dulha dulha. Margin said, pan they taking all day. Look, mar them pick, they let them go them way. I want the pandit say that the wedding done. Everybody jump up and start with this song. Get a band, get a gal, aye-yo. Bring them on the marrow, aye-yo. Get a band, get a gal, aye-yo. Bring them on the marrow, aye-yo. Bacchanal in the wedding, everybody singing and dancing. Marajin call pan di sesa, come hey man and peritasa. But the dulha say that he want go home. He and the dulha he no want be alone. The dulha say he just can't wait. He grab dulahin and run for the gate. Get a band, get a gal, aye-yo. Bring them on the marrow, aye-yo. Get a band, get a gal, aye-yo. bring them on the marrow. Ayo. Get a band, get a gal. Ayo. Bring them on the marrow. Ayo. Get a band, get a gal. Ayo. Bring them on the marrow. Ayo.
Good evening, Shanaz, and good to see you back.
Yes, it's good to be back, right?
That's
well,
correct.
I know you had a fantastic weekend, and we love sharing what we do and sharing our joy with each and every one of you. So tell us, how was your weekend?
Oh, well, wow, thank you for asking. I went to Puerto Rico to judge a show there in
It must be a bird
Caguas.
show.
It was a bird show, and surprisingly, first time there was 305 birds that was at the show, and I'm so glad.
I want to register my parrot.
You can register your parrot. So I'm so glad that I'm back, but the thing is that rather than it took us 12 hours to get back to New York, it should have taken 4 hours. And I see there is one Puerto Rican locked on, Hector Jose Perez Morales. Thank you very much, Puerto Rico.
You have to say that with an accent. Come on, you have to say it better. Let's say hello to Mr. Hector Jose Perez Morales.
All right, you sound like Spanish. And so, you know what, I hope that he's listening, and I see he's listening. They treat me and my wife so beautifully. Their hospitality is parallel to so many, and I'm so glad it took us out to so many places. And the other thing that really happened and that didn't bother me, because while I went to Puerto Rico, I parked my Jeep in front of my house, and someone, I don't know if they were drunk or what they were doing, but they hit my car, my Jeep, and totaled it. So
Wow.
yeah, I was so surprised that someone really did that, and the person who hit the car actually had a brand new car too. So his car was total, cannot
Wow.
repair by any means. So that's so sad.
But did they leave a note, or you know?
Oh, they could, yeah. I know who it is, because the car, they couldn't drive the car.
Okay.
So that's a bad thing.
Well,
And
let's make sure your car is up and running. Well, assuming.
yeah. So how was your weekend, actually?
My weekend was awesome. I want to say congratulations to my beautiful sister on her first purchase of her property. And we're all busy helping her fix it. You know, that's what love and family should be about. Help each other. And we were there.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
It's always very encouraging when you see your loved one is getting up and you're doing something progressive. But yes, let's say good night to our Caribbean Voice Media and all the wonderful folks locked on right here on Island Zone Radio. Good evening to beautiful Neela Kowari. Good evening to beautiful Varshni. Hey, Mr. Shamir Bax from the No Janjet Group. Mr. Dale Moti, we have some songs coming up with the beautiful Angela Moti. And the song we featured in our opening program was Mr. Can you give?
Apache.
Yes, we do have Apache songs, but hey, we have Mr. Sokaraja.
So-
That's
yeah,
all. Catch a boy and catch a girl, Ario. Mr. Sokaraja is the addition for Concert of Hope in Orlando. The date is June 29, and the venue is changed. So guys, mark your calendars. June 29, we're heading to Florida. In Florida, the address will be in our chat box, so keep it locked. Good evening to the beautiful Sony Deusser on Babita. Good evening, Mario. How you doing? So many wonderful folks locked on Island Zone Radio. Pamela, good evening to you. Maureen Ramcharan, Nanda, good evening, good evening. Mario, good evening to you. Wow, thank you guys for sharing. Sharing is always caring, and you're on islandzone.com. Any names do you recognize?
Yes, I see Nanda is Pamela Sanchez for all the way from Pennsylvania. Thank you for locking in. Nayan is watching from Guyana. Maureen, thank you very much. I'm so glad you guys are checking. I see Jasoda Takudin locked in from Trinidad and Tobago. Your good friend, Miss Una Prasad, locked in. Yasmin Isadat, thank you very much for tuning in. She's all the way, I think,
Budai,
California.
good evening to you
Yes.
and all our Caribbean folks locked on. Folks, you are a member of the Caribbean Voice Media page, so hit share and everyone could see what you're watching. Hey, Nina, good evening to you. Mr. Shabir Baksh, Maureen Ramcharan, Yasmin, good evening, good evening. That is indeed a hot tune, and I'm hoping to see you, Mr. Shabir Baksh, in Orlando, Kissimmee, Florida, I should say. For Concert of Hope is June 29th, presentation of the Caribbean Voice, Concert for Hope. I hope to see each and every one of you living in Kissimmee, Orlando. Tara, good evening to you. Good evening to each and every one of you. Tonight's topic is...
We're going to talk about bullying tonight, but I want to say thank you very much, Tara, for locking in. You know, Tara is one of, we grew up back in Guyana, and she also does a lot of work for the people of Lenora. She and a couple of girls from Lenora, they come together, they make food hampers and sell it to Guyana. So thank you very much, and please continue to do well. The voice is not back yet. A lot of talking yesterday in Puerto Rico. I see Liz is locked on.
Paduman, good evening, good evening. Dolly Shaheed, Mr. John Nimet. Well, Mr. John Nimet, the beautiful Bibi Hawk, good evening. Good evening to you. And the beautiful Geeta Ramprasad. Hey, Riv, good evening to you. Good evening to each and every one of you. Wow, we have a lot of folks locked on tonight. And tell us where you're locked on from. That's what we want to know.
Also, tomorrow is a Muslim holiday.
Yes, it's Eid Mubarak to our Muslim viewers out there. You're celebrating. Well, we're human, so we always support what you're supporting, whatever religion you are. May peace and blessings be with each and every one of you. And Ramadan Mubarak, Eid Mubarak to you tomorrow. Hey, Mr. Anand Budram, the founder of the Caribbean Voice, is locked on. Andrew, good evening to you. Good evening, Dolly Shaheed. Thank you very much. Yes, you guys are all part of Caribbean Voice. Hit share so everyone could see. You're on Island Zone, our topic tonight. And we do have a guest speaker coming in shortly. Priya Prasad, good evening to you. And the topic is, again...
It's bullying.
And it's no to bullying, you know. You might think of bullying just in school, but there's bullying on the playground, in any public places, on cyberbullying is also on the rise. Mr. Joe Thomas, good evening to you. The beautiful Debbie Roberts, how are you doing? Mickey Khan, good evening, good evening. Priya Prasad, how are you doing? Yusuf, good evening to you. Thank you very much, Liz. We hope to see you in Guyana. Mark your calendars. August 8th, we're in Skowlin Berbice, Concert for Hope. Mr. John Namut. That's right. We are almost bullying you with the no volume. I hope it's very good right now. We had our technical team on the inside fixing it. Well, let's go right ahead to our tonight's topic. Indira, good evening to you. Julie Singh, that is the beautiful Julie Singh. Good night, good night. Thank you, guys. And if we miss any of your names, do keep commenting so we can read your names and comment, because we love acknowledging you guys for acknowledging us, the Caribbean Voice, the mind-body connection. Thank you very much, Mr. John Namat.
Yes, so let's go right ahead and let's talk about this. You know, Shanaz, it's a very important topic that we are talking about tonight. It's bullying. And the bad thing is that it's for the young children, especially when they're going to school. And let's talk, what is bullying? Bullying is unwanted, aggressive behavior among school-age children. It involves a real or perceived power imbalance, and the behavior is repeated or has the potential to be repeated over and over time. Both kids who are bullied and kids who are bullying others may have serious lasting effect. And we know that you know, if you bully as a kid, as we were saying, it could affect your esteem and all these things.
The way you grew up and become an adult, it still have an impact on you.
Exactly. So let's talk some of the bullying we know about. We have a couple of types of bullying, which is verbal bullying. You know, it is saying or writing mean things. Verbally bullying includes like you're teasing someone, you're calling them names, inappropriate sexual comment, you're taunting them, threatening to cause harm. Let's talk about social bullying. It's sometimes it's something referred to. Rational bullying involves haunting someone's reputation or relationship. Social bullying includes leaving someone out on purpose, and you know, sometimes even among your friends, they do that, you know, telling other children not to be friends with someone. And you know, I'm so shocked that even young kids can be so mean to each other, spreading rumors about someone, especially it's not the truth. We got embarrassing someone in public, And Shanaz, none of us as human beings want anybody to really embarrass us in public. It's not a good thing to do. And so therefore, as parents, we have a responsibility to teach our children to do the right thing. Also, we talk about physical bullying, involve hurting a person's body or possession. Physical bullying includes hitting, kicking, pinching, and as children, they like to do that sometimes.
Pulling of hairs. Growing up in Guyana, there's guys always pulling on the girls' hair when you're sitting in class, and that's a form of bullying. It's not nice.
And how low can they get? They spit on people and all these manner of things, tripping or pushing people, and sometimes some kids don't even think that this is bullying, but it is bullying. They're talking about someone else, how they behave and all these things, belittling someone, making mean or rude comment and hand gesture at people. And I was surprised luckily last week I was able to attend a symposium on bullying, and I'm so glad that we are talking about this here tonight. So we're going to take some music and we're going to talk about, say hello to some of our viewers. And when we come back,
folks locked on, and we'll come back with our topic. Let's say good evening to the beautiful Dolari Siga.
She is in Guyana, girl.
Wow, she's enjoying her stay in Guyana. The beautiful Sheba Hussein, Arvind Kendranath, Shalini Ramatar, Ravi. Good evening, good evening. Thank you very much, Mr. John Nimat. He said he has 305 birds right now in Puerto Rico. Bibi Hab, good evening to you. We have some international folks locked on. Let's say we're Indira, good evening to you. Annie, how you doing? Mr. John, thank you. Debbie Roberts. Liz Padman said good evening. Sorry to hear about your car, Ken. I hope, thank God, Ken is okay and the driver of the other car was okay. Mark, good evening to you. Thank you guys for sharing. Sharing is always caring as you're locked on to Island Zone Radio. Yes, our program every night is done by the Caribbean Voice, presentation of the mind-body connection. Good evening, and we want to say Jamin Ponde River, presented by Island Zone Team. Come aboard June 29 if you're in NYC. It's a Hawaiian team, and we're going to be going from World's Fair Marina. And if you're in Orlando or Kissimmee area, you guys have to come and support the Caribbean Voice concert for Hope. June 29, I'll tag the location right in there, and I hope to see each and every one of you, especially Mr. John Demet. Dali Shahid, good evening to you. Let's go with our DJ tonight, and I'm sure he has a wonderful selection by one of our artists that will be performing for Concert of Hope. Let's go.
जब से तेरे नैना मेरे नैनों से लागे रे, जब से तेरे नैना मेरे नैनों से लागे रे, तब से दीवाना हुआ, तब से बेगाना हुआ, अब भी दीवाना लागे रे, अब दीवाना लागे रे हो। जब से तेरे नैना मेरे नैनों से लागे रे, तब से दीवाना हुआ, सबसे बेगाना हुआ, रब भी दीवाना लागे रे, रब भी दीवाना लागे रे हो। जब से तेरे नैना मेरे नैनों से लागे रे।
calendars, guys, and come and support us. We have the beautiful Annie Smith locked on from Toronto, Canada. Mark is from Brooklyn. Data Prasad, Data, how are you doing? From St. Kitts Nevis. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to the Caribbean Voice presentation of the Mind-Body Connection. We have a guest coming in our studio pretty soon, and our topic tonight is bullying.
मदहोशियाँ जब से जुड़ी यारा तेरे मेरे मन के भागे रे तब से दीवाना हुआ सबसे बेगाना हुआ रब भी दीवाना लागे रे रब भी दीवाना लागे रे से शरारत अब से गया है चैनो करार हो जब से हुई है तुझसे शरारत तब से गया है चैनो करार जब से तेरा आंचल ढला तब से कोई जादू चला जब से तुझ पाया ये जिया धक धक भागे रे तब से दीवाना हुआ सबसे बेगाना हुआ रब भी दीवाना लागे रे रब दीवाना लागे रे हो जब से तेरी नैना मेरे नैनों से लागी रे
Well, that was Mr. Bollywood Anthony Prasad, and he's all excited about June 29. We're heading to Island Mixed Grill in Kissimmee, Florida, and I'm sure each and every one of you living out there would love to come and support us. Meet the team that's been volunteering for us with their vocals, with their talent. Year after year, we're doing this show called Concert for Hope. And you know, last year we did it in Orlando. Then we went to Schenectady, and we had such good reviews. So many folks came up and said, it's about time we do a show. And our show, our concert, is a concert with a difference. We talk about what we do, and what we're doing is saying no to suicide, no to domestic violence, alcoholism, and child abuse. Also, bullying. Remember, 5 minutes of your time could save a life and make a difference. Reach out to us, the Caribbean Voice. So we give a little talk on stage about the Caribbean Voice, who we are. And I know everyone was so excited. A lot of ladies came up and said, Shanaz, it was a really good talk you guys did, because no one knows about domestic violence as much as we do, the women of Guyana and around the world, who's encountering this thing year after year. And they are so happy that we have an organization like this that's making a difference, not just an organization, it's making a difference in Guyana and around the world. So guys, if you don't feel like talking to your friend or a family, reach out to us, the Caribbean Voice team, and we're here to help. Our topic tonight is bullying.
Also, Shanaz, I would like to extend our deepest sympathy on behalf of the Caribbean Voice for the young lady that burned herself. She committed suicide and
Shanti
burned
Singh.
herself. Yeah, probably you can touch a little bit more about it, because
the
you.
family is well known in Queens, and is a well known, quite a very nice family, very good guy, Mr. Mahen Singh. Our sincere sympathy to you and your family, your beautiful daughters. We're here for you. Do reach out to us, the Caribbean Voice team. And it's very sad. It's depression, as we talk week after week. We're touching base on depression, and it's also known as a silent killer. We say, you know, you don't know why someone would die by suicide or what method they use, but depression could play a part of it. And the family, you're invited to talk to us, the Caribbean Voice.
And so that's why we encourage our viewers and, you know, all who could hear our message. You know, as we know, depression is silent, and it could lead to suicide. So if you know someone, and we know that, you know, things like divorce, death of a spouse, you lost your house,
Chronic
you could
sickness.
you could fall into depression. So if you're experiencing anything of this sort, it's good to seek help. Talk to your friends, your family. You can also speak to your spiritual leader and see how much they can help you. And if you see it's not if lasting more than 2-3 weeks, a month, the best thing you can do is to get professional help. And depression does not really have to be a long-term diagnosis. It could be a short-term diagnosis, and it's not something that you should be embarrassed about. So, guys, if you know anyone that's depressed, always seek help.
That's right. Not because someone is smiling or laughing on the outside mean everything is good with them on the inside. If you know someone is going through something, do reach out to them and say, you know what, I'm here for you if you would like to talk, because sometimes all it takes is a little bit of understanding or an ear to give someone that they need to listen to.
Yes, also, this week, I haven't heard anything on the TV or anything, but I know a young man with a family. I heard that he hung himself too. So you know what, people are suffering silently. So if you're a family member and you know that someone is going through a hard time,
and I believe it's due to an argument he had with his wife, a very young person. I was reading the article. Shalini Gramachar, good evening to you. Reading Han, good evening to you. Thank you very much. Ravi Binat, good night to you. Hey, good evening to each and every one of you. Let's big up Mr. Ryan Jeffrey, DJ Fest on the inside. Guys, I'm urging you to support the Island Zone family on the boat cruise called Jamin Pond River is June 29 in NYC. June 29 in NYC. That's right. For you guys who could read upside down, it's a mind game with you. Just move the camera over and you'll get the picture. June 29 is all about Jamin Pond River. We're moving from World's Fair Marina, and I believe Mr. Kenneth will be there alongside his wonderful family. So I urge you guys to come and support Island Zone. June 29, we have Randy Reckless, beautiful Fiona Singh, and dancing sensational Mr. Dheeraj Gayaram. Good evening to each and every one of you. Mr. Joe Thomas, good evening, good evening. Thank you very much. Jalari Sigobin, yes, he still have a little bit of a sore throat. That's because he talked too much. Nadira, good evening to you. Good evening to our family right here, the Caribbean voice, the beautiful Gita Baldeo.
All the way from Trinidad and Tobago. Good to see you on, Gita. Always a pleasure talking to you and having you on the program. We have Vedo Mutu. Thank you very much. I know her. She's from Lenora. Thank you for tuning in. I always like to see our village people who support us.
Supporting. As I said, charity begins at home, and if you can't have your own folks from home supporting you, where can else can we go? As I tagged the comment there, Island Mixed Grill, it's June 29. That is 3330 Orange Blossom Trail in Kissimmee, Florida. That is a Concert for Hope location, guys. And as I mentioned earlier, Soka Raja is joining that cast, and I know he has a lot of fans, a lot of friends in Florida waiting to support him, and they're going to be supporting us, the Caribbean voice, as well. So thank you guys for all your talent. Mr. Bollywood Anthony Prasad will be there alongside our very own Satish Udayaram, a spokesperson for the Caribbean voice, and Nati Ramatar, organizers that's making this thing possible year after year. And we're heading to Schenectady. We're coming to, hey, did someone say Essequibo, Guyana? Did someone say Berbice? Our very own Bibi Ahmad is on Island Zone Radio. Kumar, how are you doing this evening? Good evening to each and every one of you. Vidyawati, Bibi Rupalal.
She says, good night, everyone. That is a
Melbourne,
form
Australia.
of good topic of depression. Wow,
Melbourne,
that's far.
Australia in the building, and yes, depression is real. Sometimes we look at others and we cannot tell what they're going through, but it is real. So spend 5 minutes of your time, ask someone how they're doing today, and if they need help, remember to recommend us, the Caribbean Voice. We have qualified individuals on the line ready to take your calls. Amo, good evening to you. Let's go with our topic tonight is bullying.
So since it's a short explanation of bullying, I'm going to go ahead and say it one more time. Bullying is unwanted, aggressive behavior among school-age children. It involves a real or perceived power imbalance, and the behavior is repeated or has the potential to be repeated over time. Both kids who are bullied as kids and who bully others may have serious or lasting power problem later on in their life. So let's go to some national statistics. If you're being bullied, 28% of U.S. students in grades 6 and 12 experience bullying. 20% of U.S. students in grades 9 through 12 experience bullying. bullying others. Approximately 30% of young people admit to bullying others in a survey. Then, how much people you have seen bullying? 70.6% of young people say that they have seen bullying in their schools. And Shanaz, I wonder what do they do when they witness these kinds of things? And we will talk about it. 70.4% of school staff have been bullying. 62% they witnessed bullying 2 or more times in the last month, and 41% witnessed bullying once a week or more. When bystander intervene, bullying stopped within 10 minutes, and 57% of the time. So this is something else, and we will go ahead and talk about it. It says that when you witness bullying and you intervene, it doesn't last too long. It does not go on and go on for a long period of time.
See something, say something, or intervene. Most of us these days are just pulling out our smartphone and videoing what's happening, putting it out on social media instead of interrupting it and, shed some light on it or help that person. Sometimes you could be there and seeing someone fighting and you're not doing anything. You're putting it on social media. That's not serving a purpose, bringing it out there. You're adding to that bullying. You're doing cyberbullying right now.
Yes. And you talk about cyberbullying. Let's say that even cyberbullying, 9% of students in grade 6 through 12 experience cyberbullying. 15% of high school students, grade 9 through 12, were electronically bullied in the past 6 years. And let's talk about, however, 52% of LGBT students experience cyberbullying, and we will talk about LGBT because, as you know, that a lot of people, young people, have been bullied just because of their sexual orientation. And how often, in one large study, about 49% of children in grade 4 through 12 reported being bullied by other students at school at least once during the past month, whereas 38% reported bullying others during that time. Defining frequent involvement in bullying as occurring 2 or more times within the past month. 40.6% of students report some form of frequent involvement of bullying, with 23.2% being youth frequently bullied, 8.0% being the youth who frequently bully others, and 9.4% playing both roles as frequently bully. So let's talk, Shanaz. As parents, as adults, we have a big responsibility of how we grow up our children and how we teach them to behave at school. So, and I know we have a guest that's going to be in, and we will get down into this topic also in a few minutes. I'm going to ask Mr. Alan Budram, who is listening. He has a lot of experience in teaching, and I'm sure he has a lot of stories to tell. We see Jas Chaikaran just joined us from Ghana. Thank you so much. Let's see what Varshini says. Stop bullying on the spot. Don't be afraid to speak up and learn to stand up for yourself if you know what is right. And that is so nice. She's a young girl, but 17 years old, and if she can speak this way. Also, I would like to add to her, if you see one of your friend that's being bullied, stand up for your friend.
For them. That's right.
And don't be a
bystander.
bystander.
Mr. John Nimitz comment. He said, a 16-year-old student in Suriname committed suicide yesterday. He was bullied at school because of his sexual orientation, his faith, and his skin color. Now, we shouldn't be subject to these, and we shouldn't be subject for bullying when we go to school. Everyone has a right to free education and to be who they are. We're individuals. None of us is created equally, and we should be treated unique. We're all individuals.
Yes.
Individuals.
And since that he's talking about that, let me add my piece. We are so concerned, our viewers, we are so concerned about people and how they live their lives. And what I say, at the end of our journey, it is we who are responsible and accounted for our own soul. So why are we wasting so much time in dealing with who's gay, bisexual, in this manner of things?
Some folks are born that way and they cannot help it, so, And some folks
Absolutely.
choose to be that way because they're either hurt from a male or a female point of view, and they decide, you know what? So let everyone make their own choices. We're not God. We shouldn't be judging folks. You know, live our life the best we can and let others do the same. Give them that opportunity to be happy. Hey, Amo, good evening. Jai Karan, good evening, good evening. Mr. Deo Moti and the beautiful Angela Moti is locked on from the Sunshine State of Florida, supporting us, the Caribbean voice, with their beautiful voice and talent. Ish Anita
My sister in Canada.
in Canada, good evening to you. Gita Rampasad is getting a lot of good night. Good night to the beautiful Gita Baldeo. Thank you, Varshni, for commenting. And yes, a teenager, you should all raise your voice. We always have a voice. Sometimes we seem to not raise it enough.
Yes, and as we have this platform, Shanaz, and we have so much young people listening to us sometimes, it's good that we can encourage them to stand up when they see any form of bullying or injustice going on.
Right.
So that's a good thing.
And the beautiful, our media page, the beautiful Neela Pawar is adding to that. Bullying is not just related to young folks, it's happening around us, and it happens to all age, all sort of location. That's right. We have adults, and we believe that they're acting childish. You know, when it comes to gossiping, I feel that's a form of bullying. What do you think?
Absolutely. You're going to spread, we just said, you're going to spread rumors about people. You don't know if it's true or not.
Right.
You know,
You want to know something? Get it from
the horse's mouth.
Not the rear end. And I do not tolerate. I said it's a new month and it's no time for negativity. Do not talk about anybody. I do not like to tolerate someone coming to me and say, you know what Kenneth did this weekend? If I want to know what Kenneth did this weekend, I'll pick up the phone and call Kenneth. Don't tell me about Kenneth, you know. I do not tolerate that. It's a new month and you could start over by saying no to commenting or mimicking others or tolerate gossips. Put yourself and say, you know what, I'm not going to tolerate gossip, because you never know who's spreading this gossip, and most of the time the person who's spreading the gossip is the one that have something to say about, you know, the way they feel about someone doesn't mean the way I should feel about someone.
Exactly. So, you know, the right thing is to, you know what, like you said, get it from the horse's mouth. And if you want to know, just ask the person, you know, what's going on. I see Miss Linai is on.
Hey, good
Thank
evening,
you.
Good evening, Linai, always supporting the Caribbean voice. And yes, we thank you for your love and comment. Hit share so everyone could see you locked on to Island Zone Radio. Anita Munsami, good evening to you. And because you guys are so loyal to us, we'll play you a nice song by, I'm not sure, the guest artist. Let's go. Our DJ is all ready. Just because you guys love us, the Caribbean voice, we love you right back.
You see, the whole country of the system is juxtapositioned by the hemoglobin in the atmosphere, because you are a sophisticated rhetorician intoxicated by the exuberance of your own verbosity. My name is Anthony Gonsalves. Right? My name is Anthony Gonsalves. मैं दुनिया में अकेला हूँ, दिल भी है खाली, घर भी है खाली, इसमें रहेगी.
Well, feel free to sing along, and if you guys know that movie, name that movie. Let's go.
मेरी याद आए जब चाहे चली आए, रूप महल प्रेम गली खोली नंबर 420. Excuse me, please. My name is Anthony Gonsalves. Really? Right. मैं दुनिया में अकेला हूँ. Such extenuating circumstances coerced me to preclude you from such extravagance. अभी अभी इसी जगह पे एक लड़की देखी है, अरे देखी है, अजी देखी है. अभी अभी इसी जगह पे एक लड़की देखी है, जो मुझे इशारे करती है, पर किसी से शायद डरती है, और डरती है, आह डरती है. प्यार करेगी क्या डरने वाली, मेरी बनेगी कोई हिम्मत वाली, तो जिसे मेरी याद आए जब चाहे चली आए, जिसे मेरी याद आए जब चाहे चली आए। रूप महल प्रेम गली खोली नंबर 420। Excuse me, please. My name is Anthony Gonsalves.
Oh my!
Right? मैं दुनिया में अकेला हूँ।
You see, the coefficient of the linear is juxtaposition by the hemoglobin of the atmospheric pressure in the country.
Zoo, 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 zoo. Ro, 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 ro. बड़े बड़े यहाँ हैं, लेकिन ये याद रहे, अरे याद रहे, आज याद रहे। बड़े बड़े लोग यहाँ हैं, लेकिन ये याद रहे, सच्चा प्यार गरीबों का, बाकी है खेल नसीबों का, नसीबों का, नसीबों का। दिल की ये बातें जग से निराली, ये क्या समझेगी कोई दौलत वाली, तो जिसे मेरी याद आए जब चाहे चली आए, जिसे मेरी याद आए जब चाहे चली आए। रूप महल प्रेम गली खोली नंबर 420।
Excuse me, please.
My name is Anthony Gonsalves. Right? मैं दुनिया में अकेला हूँ। दिल भी है खाली, घर भी है खाली, इसमें रहेगी कोई किस्मत वाली। और जिसे मेरी याद आए जब चाहे चली आए, जिसे मेरी याद आए जब चाहे चली आए। रूप महल प्रेम गली खोली नंबर 420।
Excuse me, please.
Oh yes, Anthony Gonsalves.
Well, excuse me, please, but my name is Shanaz. We do have an Amir Budram that will be performing for Concert of Hope. That was taken from the movie. And if you guys said Amar Akbar Anthony, well, you are the winner. Our Caribbean Voice media page is Mr. Anand Budram tonight commenting, and he is the winner. Auntie Una, thank you very much. No, it's not Sholay. And I'm so disappointed in Mr. John Nimmet for not getting this one correct. Come on, John, you should know your movie. As they say, old is gold. Amar Akbar Anthony, I remember seeing this movie as a child, and remember, we make memories as parents, we make memories as children, and it was a great memory because my mom loved movies and loved all the old movies, so that was memories for me. Good evening to each and every one of you, all our beautiful listeners. Hey, Geeta Rampasad is also a winner. She said Amar Akbar Anthony. I believe she went to the movie theater to watch this. I wonder who was her date. Auntie Linai, good evening, good evening. Hey Ryan, good evening. The beautiful Geeta Baldale. Let's go with our topic tonight is bullying, and that tune was dedicated to all our listeners around the world.
So let's talk. Who is at risk? No single factors puts a child at risk of being bullied or bullying others. Bullying can happen anywhere, wherever you live, any city, suburb, whether you're living in rural town, depending on the environment. Some groups such as lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, questioning, youth with disability, and social isolated youth may be at the increased risk of being bullied. Also, Shanaz, those children who may appear different, look different, as we talk about ADHD, some of those children are being bullied. Children at risk of being bullied, generally children who are bullied have one or more of the following risk factors, are perceived as different from their peers, such as being overweight or underweight, wearing glasses or different clothing, new to school, or being unable to afford what kids consider cool. And that's a sad thing. People should not be judged based on what they wear in this time, because sometimes you have a poor kid who may not be able to wear all the fancy Nike
Well,
stuff.
sometimes you might have a family that could actually afford all the brand names out there, but you don't want to impose them and let others feels like they have to get what is necessary, like all the Nike and all the brand name as you mentioned. And I just feel like kids should be in uniform. That's just my thing, to make everyone feel the same. You're going to school, and not because I could afford, Nike and Reebok, I should buy that for my children. No. Sometimes as parents, they say, well, I can afford it. I want them to feel good about themselves. Sometimes, other people might feel less of. And I don't go around buying brand name clothes, because you're just making the other person a little bit more richer. If you have all that extra fun, donate it to a worthy cause.
That's right.
If you want to live to impress others, donate and show. Put up a page that you're donating for a good cause.
Even to those who are perceived as weak or unable to defend themselves, are depressed, anxious, or have low self-esteem. And a lot of kids sometimes have low self-esteem, and that's parents have a big responsibility of how they treat their children home, how they uplift. I would encourage parents as young children, help uplift their children so they will grow up having good self-esteem.
If you show them you appreciate what they're doing and they're making an effort, they will feel valuable, they'll feel uplifted. If we as parents cannot uplift our children and motivate them and say, good job, I think you could do better, in a nice way, or reward them sometimes, and that will motivate them. We all need reward sometimes to be the best we could be.
Absolutely.
A little reward sometimes is a little helpful.
Are less popular than others and have few friends, don't get along well with others, seen as annoying or provoking or antagonizing others for attention. However, even if a child has these risk factors, it doesn't mean that they will be bullied. Children more likely to bully others. There are two types of bullies who are more likely to bully others. Some are well connected to their peers. In school they'll have this, and Shanaz, because you have children here too, this clique, they belongs to this clique. I'm rich and he's rich, so we will get along and we'll bully those poor children. Have social power, overly concerned about their popularity, and like to dominate or to be in charge of others. And you find that some school children, they are leaders, but sometimes they take that way beyond advantage and take advantage of the children who are less fortunate or who are poor and who look different than others. Children who have these factors are also more likely to bully others. Those who are aggressive or easily frustrated, and this starts at home, have less parental involvement or having issues at home, think badly of others, have difficulty following rules, view violence in a positive way, have friends who bully others. And I cannot understand that these children would have their friends bullying each other, and they will just stand up and want to be friends with them. It should not be that way.
If you're my friend, you'll stand up for what I stand up for. And you'll stand up behind me, as I will do for any one of my friends, or not even my friend. If I see someone is being bullied, I will step in. Because see something, say something. Surendra Kumar, good evening to you. Well, the Caribbean Voice will definitely reach out to you. Thank you very much. Good evening to each and every one of you. All our new viewers around the world. BB Hawk, good night, Michael. Hey, Auntie Nalini Naidu, good evening to you. Stop bullying. That's right. Thank you for sharing that link.
Pre-episode.
Guys, we cannot urge you enough. We have a few weeks remaining for the Concert of Hope happening in Kissimmee, Orlando. It's happening at Island Mixed Grill, and I hope to see each and every one of you June 29. Do come and support us, the Caribbean Voice. We'll have t-shirts on sale. We're looking forward to seeing each and every one of you. Island Mixed Grill, June 29. We have on board the beautiful Angela Moti, Mr. Soka Raja, volunteering his time and effort for the Caribbean Voice. Anthony Prasad, known as Mr. Bollywood from NYC. Nati Ramatar, our very own Satish Udayaram, and the cast continue. Mr. Amir Budram from Florida with the band. That's right. Good evening to each and every one of you. Thank you for joining us right here on Island Zone Radio.
Also, you have friends who bully others. Remember, those who bully others do not need to be stronger or bigger than those being bullied. The power imbalance can come from a number of sources: popularity, strength, cognitive ability, and the children who bully may have more than one of these characteristics. Let's talk about the warning signs for bully. There are so many warning signs here. There are many warning signs that may indicate that someone is affected by bullying, either being bullied or bullying others. Recognizing the warning sign is also very important and is the first step in taking action against bullying. Not all children who are bullied or are bullying others ask for help. It is important to talk with children who show sign of bullying or bullying others. These warning signs can also point to other issues, problems such as depression or substance abuse. Talking to your child can help identify the root of the problem. Let's talk about sign of a child who's being bullied. Look for changes in the child. However, be aware that not all children who are bullied exhibit warning signs, and this is why it's always important, Shanaz, that you have your children, you pay attention to them, you pay attention to their
Spend time with
baseline.
them so you'll know the behavioral changes that they're enduring or the signs that they're showing you. And some of those signs could be isolation.
Yes, absolutely. And unexplainable, your child coming from school, they have injuries, then you see their clothes is destroyed, their books destroyed, they don't have their jewelry they went to school with, somebody bullied and took them away, their laptop is gone, it's broken, frequent headaches or stomach ache, feeling sick or faking illness, and sometimes they do fake the illness, changing in their eating habit, like suddenly skipping meals or binge eating. Kids may also come home from school hungry because they did not eat their lunch. And when you see these kind of things, you as a parent should be able to know that something is going on with my child and let me intervene. Difficulty sleeping or frequent nightmares, declining grades, loss of interest in schoolwork or not wanting to go to school. And another thing is, if you see that you have a brilliant child and is coming home and it's not doing well in school, you as a parent, you should have the responsibility to find out what's really going on with my child. And that's when you go to the school and you find out what's happening. And also you talk to your child. A sudden loss of a friend or avoidance of social situations, feeling of helpless and decreased self-esteem, self-destruction, behaviors such as running away from home, harming themselves, and talking about suicide. Also, Shanaz, you have some children who don't want to go back to school, and if you have a child that love to go to school, and the following week they don't want to go to school, you have to find out what's going on.
Keeping them away from school. Marianne Lou, good evening to you. Bibi Ha, good evening. Good evening, Liz Paduman. Hey Priya, we're heading to Guyana August 3rd. Concert for Hope is happening at the beautiful Berbice. We have Berbice coming up in August 3rd. Classic Hotel it is. And someone said Essequibo later in the year. That's right. Lots of things happening. Follow us on the Caribbean Voice media page or follow us on the Caribbean Voice. We're in all various social media platform, Instagram, WhatsApp. We even have a Twitter account. Who knows?
Yes, also I want to say, a couple of weeks ago, Liz told me that she wanted one of Annan's book. So,
Liz, that will be hand delivered to you in Guyana.
So guess what?
So you have to bring your friends and your family to Classic Hotel Suite for the Concert of Hope, and you'll get one of Mr. Anand Budram's book. We do have it in the studio somewhere, and yes, maybe it's going to be an autographed copy just for you, our wonderful supporter on Island Zone Radio.
But guess what? I have news for you and Miss Liz. My aunt Delari Sigobin, she went to Guyana and she took the book yesterday. So your book is in Guyana, and sometime next week or so you will get your book. So I'm so glad I was able to do that for you. And so I have Anand send me another book. So, and I do hope that you enjoy the book, because you know what, Anand spent so much time writing this book. And the good thing is that monies that he gets from his book, he will
right. Some
donate.
of the proceeds and the funds will be going to our non-for-profit organization. The Caribbean Voice is a non-for-profit organization making a difference, not just in Guyana. We're heading to Trinidad and around the world. When it comes to bullying and suicide, say no. 5 minutes of your time could save a life. Remember that. And yes, some of the proceeds from this book will be donating to the Caribbean Voice. So, guys, I urge you to buy, support, and week after week, we're pledging to you guys. Support the Caribbean Voice. You can mail $1 in the address we'll list it in our chat box. Just $1 we're asking for, not $100. And I know most of us, you know, as the day goes by, we spend more than that on ourselves, or wastefully, I could say. So donate $1 to the Caribbean Voice, and it will make a difference. You'll know you're helping us, a non-for-profit organization that's heading towards big success, and saving life is a success.
That's right. And if you know someone in serious distress or danger, don't ignore the problem. Get help right away. Especially you have a kid who's always getting into fights, verbal, it could be physical or verbal. Have friends who bully others, are increasingly aggressive. Get sent to the principal office or to detention frequently. Have unexplained extra money or new belonging, and you want to know how these children are getting this money. And you know what, they are bullying other children and taking the money. Some bully people and take their food, take their lunch. And you know,
right.
I witnessed that when I was a young boy in Guyana. I noticed that we used to go mass games, and they used to give milk and fish, and these little boys would save their fish and the milk, so when they go on the bus, they would enjoy their food, their fish, and these guys, they're big,
waiting in the bus for
that. And I was fighting them guys. I fight a couple of them guys because I want them guys to eat their food and drink their milk. You know what I'm saying? And you have to want to know, if you have a kid that's going to the principal's office, wonder what's going on with that child. And if there, as a parent, you know you have a child who is trouble, that's the time you need to talk to your child. Blame others for their problems. Don't accept responsibility for their actions. Are competitive and worry about their repetition or popularity. And you know, sometimes some people really do thrive on their popularity. They want to be the best kid in school, but in a negative way. And I believe that the best way that you can be really positive is that taking your education, be a good student, be an example, be a role model for other children who is going to school, not bullying other people's children.
You're getting popular for the wrong reasons. So let's be the best we could be and be the best human we could be. Be kind. Kindness goes a far way. And remember, we're all an individual. We're not the same. We're all beautiful as we are. We should accept ourselves for who we are. Mr. John, good night to you. Bibi Hawk, the beautiful Geeta Baldev. Hey, Mr. John Hassan Khan is on. Good evening to each and every one of you. Guys, hit share so everyone could see you're locked on to Island Zone Radio, the Caribbean Voice presentation of the Mind-Body Connection every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. right here on Island Zone Radio. I'm urging you guys, if you're in NYC, the boat cruise of the season is Jammin' Pon the River. That's right, Jammin' Pon the River, featuring the beautiful Fiona Singh, Randy Reckless, and the dancing sensational Mr. D-Raj Gayaram. So wear your Hawaiian team outfit and come and jump on the river on World Fair Marina. It's 21 and over boat cruise, so you know you'll definitely have fun. Let's go with some tune. I believe our DJ is all ready. Thank you for locking on to Island Zone Radio. And I believe this one goes like Nile Nile Amber.
All right.
चांद जब आए प्यार बरसाए
By Mr. Bollywood, Anthony Prasad will be at the concert for Hope June 29 in Kissimmee.
ऐसा कोई साथी हो ऐसा कोई प्रेमी हो प्यास दिल की बुझा जाए नील नील अंबर पर चांद जब आए प्यार बरसाए हमको तरसाए ऐसा कोई साथी हो ऐसा कोई प्रेमी हो प्यास दिल की बुझा जाए नील नील अंबर पर चांद जब आए प्यार बरसाए हमको तरसाए कहे सागर को, ऊंचे ऊंचे पर्वत जब चूम कहे अंबर को, प्यासा प्यासा अंबर जब चूम कहे सागर को, प्यार से कसने को, बाहों में बसने को, दिल मेरा ललचाए, कोई तू आ जाए, ऐसा कोई साथी हो, ऐसा कोई प्रेमी हो, प्यास दिल की बुझा जाए, नील नील अंबर पर चांद जब आए, प्यार बरसाए, हमको तड़साए। चमचम करता सावन फूलों के बाण चलाए, सतरंगी बरसातों में जब तन मन भीगा जाए, चमचम करता सावन फूलों के बाण चलाए, सतरंगी बरसातों में जब तन मन भीगा जाए, प्यार में नहाने को, डूब ही जाने को, दिल मेरा कर पाए, ख्वाब जगा जाए, ऐसा कोई साथी हो, ऐसा कोई प्रेमी हो, प्यास दिल की बुझा जाए, नील नील अंबर पर चांद जब आए, प्यार बरसाए, हमको तड़साए, ला 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 ला।
Good evening. Welcome back to Island Zone Radio, the Caribbean Voice presentation of the Mind-Body Connection. Thank you guys for sticking around. And yes, the video you're looking at is our work we did in Guyana recently. So if you guys need something, when we're there in August 3rd, we have a bigger hamper going out. We have wheelchair, walkers, canes, pampers, and clothing. So if you guys would like something, or you know someone who would like something, please reach out to us, the Caribbean Voice, and meet us at the Classic Hotel for a major distribution. Guys, you're watching the Caribbean Voice presentation of the Mind-Body Connection. My name is Shanaz, alongside my co-host, Mr. Kenneth Prasad, and he's still not 100%, but he's here with his vocals do need some resting. Thank you guys for taking that into consideration. And Mr. Ryan Jeffrey saying put some honey in that coffee, it'll make you feel better. Well, I struggled with that for 2 weeks. No matter what I was using, wasn't helping.
Wow.
But yes, I did try some Buckleys, and it took it away. So you know what? We'll get Kenneth some Buckleys.
All right, let's talk in just about 3 minutes or so. We will talk to Anand Budram. So Anand, just prepare. Let's talk about the bully, the person who really does the bad thing, the signs and symptoms. A youngster who is bullying other kids may display one or more of the following behavior at home: has a strong need to dominate and subdue others, asserts himself with power and threats to get his own way, intimidate his siblings or kids in the neighborhood, or even the neighborhood kids.
They're being wrong and strong, as they say in Guyana, and I know someone commented on that. You know, wrong and you're strong and you're trying to pick fight. Mr. Joel Thomas, good evening to you.
Also intimidates his sibling, as we said, or kids in the neighborhood, brags about his actual or image superiority over other kids. Oh, they're bad. You know, they want to say, oh, I'm bad. Nobody can touch me. But, you know, in life is funny. Things can go wrong. Is hot-tempered, easily angered, impulsive, and has low frustration tolerance, has difficulty confronting to rules and tolerating adversity and delays. If he or she has the impulse hyperactivity, which is ADHD, I said earlier, that could explain some of these behaviors. If so, it is important to work with his doctor and teacher to address and manage the behaviors, oppositional, defiant, and aggressive behavior towards adults, including teachers and students, and, you know, parents. And, you know, Shanaz, from what I'm hearing, other children, they have some children who really misbehave and treat their teacher bad with no respect whatsoever. Antisocial or criminal behavior such as stealing or vandalism. They break their teacher car or do so many other things. Antisocial or criminal behavior such as stealing or vandalism. He may hang out with a wrong crowd. And so, you know what? It's no good. These are things that we should observe and try to let them not do this.
But, you know, in front of our eyes, or as parents, you see the best in your children. You cannot tell sometimes they're being bullied or they're actually the bullier. Well, folks, we have the founder of the Caribbean Voice on our telephone line, Mr. Anand Budram. Do say good night.
Anand, good night. Hello? We just lost him there. Okay. So let's talk for a few minutes, and then let's see if I could get him.
Sylvina Charles, good evening to you. Hey, Shelley, good evening, good evening. Thank you guys very much. Old is gold, as they say. Maureen Ramcharan, Mr. John Nimit, thank you very much. I'd like to hear you sing someday. The beautiful Geeta Balde, good evening. Priya Prasad.
Good night, everybody.
Okay, so guys, we get Anand on the line. So, Mr. Anand Budram, tell us, you know, you were teaching for many years. What do parents can do to help children and their parents?
I'll tell you what I did. Are we on?
Yes, you are on.
My son attended a school where... So guys, we get on the line. So, Mr. Anand Budram, tell us, you know, you were teaching for many years. What do parents can do to help children and their feelings? Well, let me start with my own experience. Okay, my son attended a school that was basically Hispanic and African American kids.
Yes.
We will continue with Mr. Anand Budram in just a few minutes as our DJ have a tune for you guys. Let's keep it locked right here on Island Zone Radio every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. And next week we'll have a guest. Yes, Padman, good evening.
I found a love for me. Darling, just dive right in, follow my lead. Well, I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. Well, I never knew you were the someone waiting for me. 'Cause we were just kids when we fell in love, not not knowing what it was. I will not give you up this time. Darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart is all I own, and in your eyes you're holding mine. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. When you said you looked a mess, I whispered underneath my breath, but you heard it. Darling, you look perfect tonight. Well, I found a woman stronger than anyone I know. She shares my dreams. I hope that someday I'll share her home. I found a love to carry more than just my secrets, to carry love, to carry children of our own. We are still kids, but we're so in love, fighting against all odds. I know we'll be alright this time. Darling, just hold my hand, be my girl, I'll be your man. I see my future in your eyes. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. When I saw you in that dress, looking so beautiful, I don't deserve this. Darling, you look perfect tonight. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. I have faith in what I see. Now I know I have met an angel in person, and she looks perfect. I don't deserve this. You look perfect tonight.
And you all look perfect tonight. I know the beautiful Lene grabbing her pillow. Remember to love yourself. And if no one is loving you, we are the Caribbean Voice, loving each and every one of you. Mr. Joe Thomas. Hey, good night to the famous John from Queens. Good evening to each and every one of you. Maureen Ramcharan, good evening to you. We have the founder, Mr. Anand Budram, on the line. Good evening to you, Mr. Anand. How are you today?
Hi, good evening, everybody. I'm good, Shanaz. Not as good as you guys, but hanging in there.
That's a good spirit. Keep hanging, and tomorrow will always be, hopefully, a better day.
So go ahead and tell us your story, Mr. Budram.
Well, before I talk about teachers and the school situation, my son attended a junior school that was essentially populated by Hispanic students with some African Americans. I think he was only Guyanese and definitely the only Indian there. And he was bullied for years and we never knew. One day my wife found out at school and he begged his mother not to tell me, but she did. So we set up meetings with the administration. My wife went because she worked during the evenings and I worked during the day, so I couldn't go. And the administration essentially brushed it off. It's a kids thing, boys will be boys. And so when she came and she told me, I said, okay, you go back and tell them that unless they take care of this problem now, I will sue the principal, I will sue the school, and I will sue the Board of Education. Guess what? They moved them out of that class the next day, and the bullying disappeared.
Beautiful.
I make this point to say that if your child is bullied, you have to be your child's best advocate. And students are supposed to protect children. So if your child is bullied in a school and the school doesn't do anything, you actually do have a right to sue. So you have to stand up, you have to be firm, you have to be aggressive. Now, that being said, as a teacher, I taught for almost 16 years here in New York City. Kids can really be horrible, especially in the areas that are kind of what I would describe as depressed areas. And yes, if a student is different in a class, that student can and does come under a lot of bullying. So, I'm hoping that everybody has listened to the signs that Shanaz and Kenneth have pointed out, because just like with suicide, you have got to make sure that you observe your child, and any change in behavior has to be note for concern. And you've got to find a way of getting to the bottom of it. Children would not generally want to tell their parents because of this culture in schools that is called snitching.
I'm tattletale.
Tattletale.
As a student in a group, you don't want to tell tales because probably things will become worse for you if they're not taken care of. Plus, in the eyes of the kids, that telling tale thing is seen as a very bad. In fact, even when kids commit great wrongs in classrooms, and all the students know, they would tell. I mean, students have told me, Mr. Budram, I know who did it, but I can't because I'm not going to snitch. So that is a big thing, and because of that, if your child is bullied, that child may not want to tell you. So you've got to know your child's behavior. You've got to be able to read your child's mood. And if something is not what it should be, you need to look at it, you need to investigate, you need to take action.
As parents, we need to intervene and do something about it because we are protectors of our children. We should endure their safety, and teachers as well.
Absolutely. And this point was, I don't think this point was emphasized, but bullying does, and quite often, lead to suicide. Both personal face-to-face bullying and cyberbullying. There have been a lot of cases like that. And so, you need, as Shana said, to intervene and to advocate for your child. Because God forbid that child is being bullied, and the next thing you would know is you're beating your breast and pulling your hair. In fact, the point was also made that bullying, while most of it happens among kids, it doesn't only happen among kids, it happens among adults also.
That's correct.
One of the listeners posted a link to a BBC story. I don't know how many of you clicked on the link, but the story is about a 26-year-old doctor from India who died by suicide because she was being bullied at work. She belonged to one of these castes that are referred to as untouchables in India. And because of her caste, she was bullied by 3 of her seniors at the hospital where she worked. she told and wanted to report, she told the mother, no, don't report because it could affect the career of the three people who are bullying her, and it could also make things worse for her. So the mother didn't report, and it ended up with her losing her child. So even if your child doesn't want you to go report and to look into it, when you find out that the child is being bullied, please do not listen to the child. Please do what a parent should do. Go get it sorted out. Protect your child. If the school isn't able to do it, then it's your job. Go protect your child.
You there?
Yeah. I also want to make the point that bullying happens far more often than we are aware of. In school, out of school, in different situations, it happens quite a lot, and whatever makes it publicly is just the tip of the iceberg. And if a child grows up in school with bullying, one of two things can happen. It can affect that child as that child moves into teenage and adulthood. The trauma can be lifelong. Two, it can put that child in a situation where at some point in time that child decides to become a bully himself or herself.
Mm-hmm.
It's a defense mechanism. That in certain situations, someone who is bullied will in other situations become a bully as a defense mechanism also.
Mm-hmm.
So again, if you as a parent do not do your job, then your child can grow up to become somebody who suffers from the trauma, either as a victim or as a bully himself or herself. In adult relationships, for example, at home and out of home as well. So you need to be aware of these things, and the earlier you can catch it, the better. We know for a fact that there are many parents who, and this point was mentioned in all the previous programs, that they throw money and they throw stuff at their children because they're not there, or they can't be there for whatever reason, to be parents. If you're that kind of parent, you're not going to be aware of what's happening to your child. And because you won't be aware of that, you're going to leave your child in a vulnerable situation that could become a trauma for life. And finally, I want to say that just like we say suicide prevention is everybody's business, abuse prevention is everybody's business, anti-bullying is everybody's business. Yes, your first priority is your own child. But if you observe that another child is being bullied or somebody else is being bullied, if you don't want to take action yourself, you need to inform people who are close to the child or the adult so that they can take action. Seeing bullying happening, being aware of bullying happening and doing nothing makes you, in a sense, a silent partner to the bullying. Makes you complicit in it, as if almost you condone it. So anti-bullying should be everybody's business. You do not wait until your child is bullied before you become an advocate. So my appeal to you on behalf of the Caribbean Voice is that as with all the other issues we deal with, and we're going to talk about that issue of that young lady, of that 40-year-old mother who burnt herself and depression. We're going to talk about that subsequently. We have an article on that that's going to be coming out in the West Indian newspaper. Because that was a case of somebody, of people, 3 people at least, who could have intervened and saved that mother's life. But they they prefer to be silent because they didn't see it as their business. Nothing can be more graphic than that. So when you see something, as Shanaz keeps saying, do something, act. You can save a life, you can make life better for somebody else or more than one people, you can right a wrong. So again, I appeal to you, join us in advocates and activists to tackle bullying and all these other issues.
Thank you very much, Anand Budram, for your input in this. We are going to go and get a song, and when we come back, we're going to talk what parents can do really to help their children to will add our part. Thank you very much again, Anand.
Folks,
You're welcome.
that was Mr. Anand Budram, the founder of the Caribbean Voice, sharing his input, and I would like to share my input with you. I'll say goodnight to my beautiful mom, locked on, the beautiful Bibi Mohammed, and she took bullying very seriously because sometimes, you want people to have your attention. Everyone wants to have your attention. And there was, I wouldn't say just one boy, but always folks following me around, and one guy in particularly was following me around for quite some time, and I believe I was only 12 years old, always bothering me just to, to make sure I say hello to him or walk with him or talk to him. And one day I wasn't in the mood, and he probably raised his hand and he hurt me. And I turned around, I told my mom. I went to where my mom was. She was in the market. I went and told my mom. She took me right into school to the principal office and, pull him up in class and have the principal discipline him in front of others because, as much as you could make it silent and talk to him in private, you have to stop it in front of others to let everyone, sometimes it can continue to other kids.
And your mom
disciplined him.
Your mom did the right thing. I thought she was going to tell me she took a stick and went and beat that boy.
No, she took him in class, and the teacher disciplined him in front of others because obviously there was like another complaint, and someone was afraid to go and say something. But my mom went up there and she said, "If you don't do something, I will do something."
Yeah.
And the principal believed me. He did something, and there was no more bullying. Just for the entire class, not just myself, but for the entire class.
And may I just add, like what Anand says, like only 40% of those who get bullied really report it. So as parents, we really need to address this. So let's go for.
Lena said she always get involved, and yes, when it comes to her children, she says she's always very observative. You have to spend time with your children to know when to intervene, when it's time for it. Auntie, good evening to you, Mr. John Limit. Good evening. Let's go with our DJ tonight.
It's a wicked combination. Angela, me Apache Warrior, Mr. Puran. Guyana is where we're from. Angela, come sing it out for the world. Wicked combination. This one wicked a while, a well versatile. Oh yeah, everybody on the floor come bounce to this. All the people in the crowd come dance to this. If you're young or you're welcome, jump to this. Hands in the air, come jump to this. Wicked me wicked and you know some me rough. Wicked me wicked and me well dangerous. Wicked me wicked and you don't be serious. In a dance hall and the dance hall pack up.
Now let me see you go down low. Go down low and touch your toe.
Apache Warrior, wicked combination. Dance our crew. You ready for this one? Angela, come again.
Abu hai judai ka mausam, dol kale ka mehman, kaise na jayega
up and wave. Put up your hand, I in the ear. We are the yacht with the one Angela. Long with Mr. Puran, so we big bout ya. Which part we come from, out of Guyana. In a dance house and the place on fire.
प्यार ने जहाँ पे रखा है झूम के कदम एक बार
Wicked combination.
वहीं से खुला है कोई रास्ता वहीं से गिरी है दीवार
Alright, all of them Puran. Let's bring in the Empress. Angela, come sing. Oh yeah. Do you hear that? Wicked.
रोके कब रुकी है
Alright.
मंजिल प्यार की
Come sing.
ऐ मेरे हम सफर एक जरा इंतजार सुन सदाई दे रही है मंजिल प्यार की एक जरा इंतजार
Wicked combination.
मंजिल प्यार की
This one we give it a while. A well versatile.
मेरे हम सफर एक जरा इंतजार
Oh yeah.
सुन सदाई दे रही है मंजिल प्यार की
Everybody on the floor come bounce to this. All the people in the crowd come dance to this. If you're young or you're old, come jump to this. Hands in the air, come jump to this. Wicked me wicked, I know what's in wrong. Wicked me wicked, I'm when the dangerous. Wicked me wicked, I know what's serious. In a dance hall and the dance hall back up.
The beautiful voice of Angela Multi, Mr. Apache Warrior, and yes, Siraj Puran. They're all volunteering for Concert of Hope. Angela Multi will be performing live on stage at Island Mix Grill, June 29. Island Mix Grill is June 29, and in NYC, Mr. Apache Warrior will be performing Concert of Hope, July 13. NYC is Ross Code Lounge, guys. Mark your calendars. And he is locked on mentioning the name Apache Warrior, and he's on Island Zone Radio, supporting the Caribbean voice, the mind-body connection, every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. right here on Island Zone Radio. Good evening to Mr. Apache Warrior, as he has a very big program coming up in Guyana. You guys could check him out on Facebook and listen to all his music on YouTube. Wonderful guy, supporting the Caribbean voice for many years now with his talent of singing. And if you guys have a talent and you would like to volunteer for us, the Caribbean voice, here or in Guyana or in Florida, do reach out to us, Mr. Kenneth Ramprasad, Mr. Anand Budran, Satish Udairam, Nasiramtar, or myself, and we'll give you that platform to share your talent with others.
Yes, well, thanks, guys. We're back. So, what to do if you are being bullied? There are things that you can do if you are being bullied. Look at the kind of bullying you are, and telling him, you have to watch the person and tell him to stop, in a calm, clear voice. You don't want to fight and curse them and tell them all manner of things, or come with a stick and try to beat them, You can also try to laugh it off, which sounds not too good, but, laugh it off. This works best if joking is easy for you to do, like if it's me, It could catch the kid that's bullying you off guard. If speaking up seems too hard or not safe, walk away and stay away. As you know, this says you run today and you live another day to fight. So if you catch a kid that's bullying you off guard, let's say, speak up, don't fight back. Speak to adults and let the adults deal with that bullying. So we are recommending don't fight and stand up and want to fight with people. I did fight back with one of the person who was trying to bully me many years ago, and I won the fight, which was good, and the bullying stopped, which is a good thing. But as adult now, as children, you need to let your parents, the adult, deal with this. Talk to an adult you trust.
Take things in your own hands.
Right. Don't keep the feelings inside. Telling someone that you can help, and you don't have to feel alone in this, that you have to trust your parents or somebody. They can help you make a plan to stop the bullying. Stay away from places where bullying happens. Let's say, for example, you're going to school and you're in the lunchroom and this person is bullying you, or if you're going to the bus stop and this bully is right there, don't go to that place all the time, because that person will try his or her best, waiting for you there to try to bully you again. Stay near adults and other kids. Most bullying happens when adults are not around, and a good thing to do, if you see our adults around, go near to them, or if you have friends, stick around near your friends. Teaching your children safety is very, very important also. Remember, like I said, hitting back is not a choice at school and should be encouraged in a school with a zero tolerance policy for physical aggression. Encouraging your child to hit back may just get him expelled, and you don't want your child to get in trouble. And as we were talking about teacher, always go and speak to your teacher. If your teacher does not help, you can go to your principal. If not, then you go to somebody who's like in the area of the school, somebody high. And if it's that bad, you can always go to the police. Encourage your child to walk away and tell the adult if he feels if he's about to get hurt or whatever, right? Talk about safety ways to act in situations that might be dangerous. For example, identify a safe house or store or where he can get help. It's a sad story. We were talking about this, and you remember that guy in Guzman in the Bronx? When he ran into the store, he was murdered in the store. So it was sad that the guy who was behind the counter did not let him go there. Instead, he ran and pulled him out, and he was murdered. Teach your child how to report bullying incidents to adults in an effective way. Adults are less likely to discount a child's report, as tattling in the report includes what is being done to him. You want to know what the person is doing to you and what's going on. You also want a clear explanation of what he or she needs. Like if your child come and talk to you, you want them to know, what do you want me to do? How do you want me to handle this? And of course, at the end of the day, as the parent, you will have to make the best decision to see how you can help your child. And another good thing to do, if you have your child home, you always nurtured their self-esteem. Always lift your child up. Educate your child about bullying and bullies. Help him to put the problem in perspective and not to take it personally. Teach your child how to walk away in a confident manner. If your child is a victim of bullying, try to help him with the following strategies. Remember your attitude and actions. Listen carefully to your child. Reports of being bullied. Be sympathetic and take the problem seriously. If your child come to you and said, "Mommy, Daddy, I'm being bullied," don't push it off. Listen to your child in a nice setting. You let the child discuss everything that's bothering him. Don't blame the child or the victim.
Listen with empathy.
Right. And when a child finally work up the courage to report bullying, it is also appropriate to criticize him for not handling the situation correctly. So don't criticize your child and tell him you're wrong, you should do this and you shouldn't do that. Well, that did you do or ask what you do to the person to bring it on. You don't want to say that to your child.
Point fingers and cause blame.
Yeah, you try to see how much you can help and realize that for a child who is being bullied, remember again, Shanaz, home is a refuge. Home is where the child should feel comfortable, and home, safe place where, as you said, you can talk about all of this in a judgmental way. And as I said, as parents, you try the best way how you can help your child. Expect him to have some difficult time in dealing with this kind of victimization. Get professional help if you think your child needs it, especially if a person is bullying your child in a way that want to be physical. I think the best thing one can do is go to the police. Encourage your child to keep talking to you in a non-judgmental way. You sit down, you chat. Don't get tired of listening to your child, even if you come every day. And don't let this keep going on and going on. Spend extra time with him or your child. Provide constant support and encouragement, and tell him that you love him or her often. So,
the beautiful Liz Paduman said parents should always listen to their children, talk with them, and help them open up so that they could feel comfortable speaking to you as parents. Nina Chulila, good evening to you. Good evening to each and every one of you. Next week's topic is Alzheimer's. Hey, good evening to Mr. Apache Warrior, the famous John from Queens. Lene, good evening to you. Sound check, mic 1, mic 2. Good evening to each and every one of you.
Also, Shanaz, let's talk about a little bit about, I know it's 10 now, but let's talk a little bit about cyberbullying.
We'll talk about cyberbullying for what I was telling you guys earlier. There was the beautiful voice of Angela Moti, who will be performing for us in Kissimmee, Florida. June 29 is the date. It's Island Mixed Grill, so I hope to see each and every one of you. And the famous voice of Mr. Apache Warrior and Puran Siraj. Apache Warrior will be volunteering for us July 13 in NYC Roscoe Lounge. Dan Witty, good evening to you. Somewhat, good evening, good evening. Good evening to each and every one of you. If you're new, we are here, the Caribbean Voice presentation of the Mind-Body Connection every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on Island Zone Radio. Good evening to my beautiful mom, the beautiful Bibi Muhammad. And I believe some of you missed what I talked about earlier. She took bullying very seriously. That was the part when my mic got cut off. She took bullying very seriously, as so many of folks, guys, I would say, like to get your attention. There was one in particular was bothering me for quite some time. I believe I was only 12 years old, and he was always bothering me. Some of the folks didn't get to hear what I was saying. And she took the guy straight to the dean's office. This is in Guyana, and she took care of that issue. There was no more bullying, because you never know, there could be bullying, not just for myself, you might stop it, but he will continue onto others. So she took him and bring the awareness to the teacher and the principal of what his actions were. Good evening to each and every one of you. As parents, we are here to protect our children. As teachers, we should see, if you see something, say something. As students also, as friends, as colleagues, say something, reach out. And if someone is afraid, most of the time it's because they believe it will escalate to bigger problems by them saying something.
That's right, and always don't be someone who stand up
bystander,
and
who's
bystander
just observing and
exactly.
Not doing
So I would like to say hello to Raymond Hamid. He is from Lenora on the west coast of the Marara,
Virginia.
He is in Virginia now listening to us. So I'm glad that he's locked in.
That's right, John. The mic was bullying me, but guess what? I fixed it. Good evening to each and every one of you. Mr. John Namadgita Prasad, good evening to you guys. Thank you for sharing in advance. Sharing is caring, and I'll go back on all your Facebook pages and check to see if our program is on that page. Thank you for sharing in advance. Thank you guys for locking on to Island Zone Radio. Let's go.
So let's talk a little bit. We can talk about this. Cyberbullying too. In these days, as we have to protect our children. Now you have every one of them have their TV.
They're always on the gadgets, on the smartphones, and I don't believe in giving your children a smartphone for emergency, okay, but not to be on it and play games as often as we're allowing our children.
And then, Shanaz, as parents now, you want to be something not friendly. You want to be on their page. You want to know who they're talking. You want to know who they're talking to and what they're saying. You don't want them to have and we said this before, you don't want your children to have their TV and their little gadgets in their room at night. When you're sleeping, people are bullying them.
Right. A lot of times you don't know who the person on the other end of the computer or the phones are. You could pretend to be an 18-year-old when you're probably 50-year-old talking to your daughters, or vice versa. So guys, pay attention to who your kids are talking to. Get involved, and sometimes ask them who they're talking to. The best communication is sitting down and talking to them. Let them open up. And if you think they're in their room, sometimes kids lock the door having the parents, okay, I'm in my room, but you're not in your room, you're out there meeting folks. And this is a article that was on Facebook earlier. A child went out to meet one of her cyber friends, and it wasn't a pleasant situation.
Yes, and we see Liz says parents always listen to your children, talk with them and help them to be open and show them love and care. Most times when they are bullied, they are afraid to speak out and speak to someone. Home is a safe haven for our children. You are correct and absolutely correct. Liz, thank you very much for your input. Somnat is listening from Anna Katrina, and my cousin from Parika, Danwanti Feedcow, is watching. Thank you guys, and thank you for the support. It really helped. I'm hoping that you guys, with all of you that's viewing our page, will continue to support us and to share our page. After we finish here tonight, you could continue to share our message, and you know that we can even at least help one child, because we know that being bullied is not easy and it could lead to suicide. As we know, even adults can commit suicide because of bullying.
That's right. You said, was it a doctor?
Yes.
Wow. You know, sometimes your emotions, you know, you cannot tell how someone will feel or how will someone react to being in the lunchroom and having someone talked about you. So guys, do not spread negative comments of someone. If you see something, say something to
yes.
them. If you know something that will improve on their behavior, do tell them. But we're all here, and if I love your motto, if you cannot help them, do not hurt them in that process.
That's right, that's right. So,
and next week, I thank you guys in advance for coming on and inviting a friend to join us, especially friends who have, if you know your friend have a child, share it so they could also see and reach out to us. The Caribbean Voice, our telephone number is right behind me. In Guyana, it's 621-6112, I believe, or 14. Check it out and reach out to us. The Caribbean Voice on Facebook. We're here every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. Mr. Kenneth Ramprasad, myself, Mr. Anand Budram, and our wonderful team. We have the beautiful Bibi Ahmad and the beautiful Neela Pawar, so many other folks doing a lot of work for us, the Caribbean Voice.
That's right. And you know, another thing is that if you know that one of your friend kid is having problem, you can help support your friend too by going to the school and talk to the teachers to see how you can always be supportive, and it goes a very far way.
For us to have them take care of it, because sometimes you might think you're doing what's best, and then you know things not, you know, I would go to that parent and say you have to intervene or do something, because it's hurtful to see you're standing there not doing anything and it's costing your child their life.
So we can get some music, or we...
Well, let's go. I wonder what the DJ have in store for us right here on Island Zone Radio. Mr. John from Queens and Mr. Joe Thomas, good evening. Ramdeo, good evening to you. Thank you very much for sharing. Sharing is always caring, and remember to love yourself. Maureen Ramcharan, good evening to you.
We could read Lena and then we close with a song.
Yes.
So Lena says, 10 boys was bullying my son at 16-year-old. For a week, I take matters in my own hands, going to the school, getting all the parents to come to school with the dean, teachers, councils. They all have detentions for 1 month for calling him names and pushing him around. My son don't want to go to school. When this happened, after a month, the boys went back to school. They all become very good friends. And so, Lena, that is what we have to do. As parents, we need to support our children and be there for them. And we don't want to see that they end up committing suicide. So we're going to have a song now, and we'll close tonight's program.
Let's go with our DJ.
Between us, you have come to show you go near, far.
a life. Say no to bullying, no to suicide, and no to domestic violence. If you see something, say something. Remember, spread the love. Love yourself and others around you. Mr. John Namet, thank you very much. That was taken from the movie Titanic, of course. And Lidai, good evening to you. Thank you very much for tuning into Island Zone Radio. Ish, Anita, good evening to you. Thank you for supporting us. The Caribbean Voice, every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. right here on Island Zone Radio. You can always hit share and do watch us. Sylvina Charles, good evening to you.
Thank you very much, guys, and good night. Do have a very pleasant night and week ahead. Be safe.
And if someone is living in Orlando, Kissimmee area in Florida, do share the link so they could see Concert for Hope is happening June 29 at Island Mix Grill. That's right. Come and see the beautiful Angela Moti, Mr. Soka Raja from all the way NYC, Mr. Anthony Prasad, known as Mr. Bollywood, Satesh Udayaram, Nati Ramatar, and the cast continue. I'll be there. I hope to see each and every one of you there. And July 13, NYC, it's happening at Roscoe Lounge. So guys, come and support the Caribbean Voice. August 3rd, we're heading to Guyana. Concert for Hope. We are a non-profit organization, so feel free to mail us just $1, and it goes a far way.
And you know what, Shanaz, I have Miss Angela Moti is from Lenora. So I have a special input on this, and I'm going to ask people from Lenora to please go ahead and support this young, beautiful singer who's from our
You've always seen her
village.
on Facebook, but
Yes.
this is your chance to see her on stage supporting us. And if you're supporting us, you're supporting Angela because she's supporting the Caribbean Voice.
And we're supporting her husband and her kid because they are supporting his
That's
wife
right,
and
their
the
talent.
daughter too.
So guys, come and support the Caribbean Voice. All the wonderful artists are volunteering their time and their effort for a really good cause, and that is Concert for Hope by the Caribbean Voice. Until next time, have yourself a blessed evening, a productive week ahead, and remember to love yourself and everyone around you. Until next time, take care.
Bye-bye.